All right. So, this is probably, I want to tell you what I saw as I drove in here today.
Okay.
I've never been to Long Beach.
Right.
Beautiful town.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
town.
I built it myself.
Beautiful fucking town.
Hands.
And I'm walking down, and there was a homeless gentleman, and he had some pants on that looked like they were around, like they had gone to Afghanistan during the war and came back.
Okay.
And he found them. He was wearing them. And then he didn't have any shoes on. And he was also missing a shirt. And I saw this guy, and the first instinct I had was homeless. I'm like, nope. Artificial edge. Sean has started a movement. He just has people walking around. I've never even texted you on this. Will you just break that down for me? Why the fuck do you walk around?
I'm actually happy you asked me this.
Yes. Why?
So
just let people know what it is first. What
all right. So what you're talking about is my affinity for going on walks and runs with no shoes and no shirt and a pair of shorts in all the seasons.
In all the seasons.
Yeah. Like I ran on the boardwalk. There was snow. By the way, that was a really bad idea doing it that day because now you're about 2/3 of a mile away from the house.
Yeah.
And that's when my feet started to not feel anything anymore in snow.
They ever like chap and bleed and shit?
No, because I don't go that far. I'm not like a David Goggins type.
Yeah.
I'm like 2 miles out and we're
Yeah.
good. But I was out there and I'm like, oh, fuck. Is this dangerous? Is this a bad idea? My feet really hurt and now I don't feel anything in my feet anymore. And I'm not sure if that's how frostbite or like any of that stuff happens. Long story short, still got them. Feet are good. But the reason I do that is I enjoy demonstrably for myself doing things that I know other people are terrified of, unwilling to do, totally turned off by, because it feels like this fake artificial edge that I'm able to develop in business, in relationships, in conversations, and it helps me to stay calm.
Wrapping a band or a rubber band around your nutsack would do the same thing, or but like there's plenty of shit you can do to cause pain.
I'm not looking to cause pain.
So like that's like when I see people do ice baths and sauna. Besides the hot, cold, muscular benefit to that, it's generally like getting themselves in a uncomfortable position type scenario. The origin of CrossFit, get comfortable with the uncomfortable and things like that. Did you experiment with anything prior to besides going outside? I know it's cold. It's New York. It can be cold here. It's very cold here during the winter months. Was that just the easiest? I don't have to buy anything, do anything to create an artificial edge?
Yeah, it was. I can do this while I'm being productive, while I'm out for a run. If I wanted to go out for a run and really get a workout in, I put shoes and a shirt on and gloves in the winter because I'm like, I don't want to be dealing with this radical discomfort and it's radical discomfort. Like I'm not that uncomfortable, but I don't want to be dealing with this discomfort while the intent is cardio, right? Fitness. So when I do that, the intent is control your breathing, zone out, and just understand that you're going to be in an uncomfortable environment for 20 minutes. Are
you zenning into stuff? Because a lot of time how long do you walk for? Like how long does that trip take?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. So let's say you go face the camera for the IG for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. What are you thinking of in that other? Is it just like fight the pain, don't feel you're not cold, you're not cold, you're not cold? Are you like distracting yourself with some Zen shit? Like what else is like, what are you doing with your brain at that point?
I'm thinking about ActiveLife.
Okay.
The whole time. It's part of it is, the whole thing started with like the ocean's cold in the winter, jump in the ocean. Done that. Okay. That's really, really, really inconvenient because now you're walking home cold, wet, and like.
That's where sharks live.
And it's where sharks live.
It's not a good idea.
So it's just not
a fucking good idea.
Not useful. So that's something I'm just not interested in doing.
Yeah.
I don't have a cold plunge at my house. I don't feel like putting one in. And that's just not appealing to me.
It's beyond interesting. Like when I see it and I was like, all right, well, I don't know. Maybe he's like, whenever they call like testing your audience or testing your followership, like do something and like put a call to action out there and see how many people you can get to do. I'm like, I wonder if there's other like Seanites and ActiveLife followers out there and ProPath gym owners that are like taking their shirts off. And like, do you get these DMs of people
all
like,
the time.
Yeah. So I figured that started like a mini little movement of people out there. And I just picture these dudes' wives like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, it's women too.
Yeah.
I get videos and DMs frequently. Like I would say maybe once or twice every time I do it, somebody will send a DM back. Hey, here's me doing the same thing, dude. Cool, we did it on the same day. And I never got those before. So that's cool. But I'm doing it because I want people to understand that we don't always have to be super comfortable. And there are ways to get to inoculate ourselves to discomfort in a safe and productive way.
Do you think the people you work with having more because they're entrepreneurs, or those that have a CrossFit background makes them more opt into something like this to get comfortable with the uncomfortable?
Most of the people who send me videos doing it are not clients.
They're just random people following.
Random Instagram followers who are like,
do you think they're entrepreneurs, or do you think they're part of this like hardcore functional fitness movement that's occurred since 2000?
I think they're probably more the latter.
Yeah.